Join us each week for some booze-free banter about life without booze.
If you're entertaining the idea of cutting back your booze by a day, a week, a month, or for the rest of your life, we would love for you to tune in.
Buckle up and come along for a ride that may just change your life.
Please note that some of the conversations we have may be triggering. Please reach out to your local support service in Australia. That's Lifeline 131114. Psst, hey Maso.
Psst, hey Breeza.
Did you know that each Altina botanically built non-alc wine features a native Australian ingredient?
What? No, I did not know this.
And listen to how good they are. There's native forest berry in LeBlanc, native rosella in La Vie en Rose, and native rye berry in Sangria.
Oh, I'm all about the native. Loving this.
I know, and I'm actually learning about native Australian ingredients as I'm drinking Altina.
Yes. It's a learnathon.
It is a learnathon. How good, and happy to say that we will be drinking Altina today out of their new beautiful cans / bottles.
Good. I'm on the LeBlanc today.
Oh, so am I.
Twinning.
Twinning.
So good.
Thank you, Altina, for all your support for this potty.
Thanks, Altina.
Hi, Maso.
Breeza.
It's been a while.
It has been. We've been loaded with guests and we haven't had a good banter for so long.
I was actually thinking about this morning because I have missed you, Maso. I missed our weekly little chinwags.
Same.
And it's been about a month since we've had, I think the last chat we had was wetting your whistle in the workplace.
Oh my God, that was like last year, wasn't it?
Yes. I feel like it was. So tell me, what's been happening? How have you been?
Yeah, I've been really good. I've been so good. In fact, I'll tell you something, and it's probably going to be a bit of a reco, but it's just a little reminder, everyone. Zip to the doctor, have a little checkup. I actually went and got a little mental health care plan last week, if you don't know about that. Do you know about them?
I saw it on your list story. Yes.
Yes.
Tell.
Yes, well, I'm all about, normalising mental health. I haven't personally been diagnosed with any mental health issues, but you don't need to. You don't need to zip along and get therapy. I think it's so important to get your little regular checkups. If you've got a sore leg, you go to the doctor to get your leg sorted out. And the mind is something that it's caused so much grief for everyone, doesn't it? So anyway, for those of you who don't know, you can zip along to your doctor and say, I think I need a mental health care plan. They will get you to fill in a form. It's quite an extensive form. It's called a K19. I think I've got that right, didn't I?
There's a lot of different K forms out there, I feel.
Yes, and I got really confused between K2, which I think is an Olympic canoe sport, and then K9, which is dogs. Anyway, I think it's called a K19. Anyway, it's quite an extensive form that you just fill in to sort of get the doctor gets a gauge on where your mental health is at. Then they will refer you to a mental health care professional, and you will get about 10 appointments, I think, each calendar year at a discounted rate, because, going to see a shrink of any description is really expensive and not everyone can afford that if you're seeing them on a weekly basis. So it's a wonderful thing. If you're not aware of it, get in there. And I think actually got a message from a friend the other day to say that you can use that for other allied healthcare such as physios and chiros, which I didn't know about. So just, check that out.
That's so good.
And just after seeing that therapist the other day, it was an online, he was so nice, and there's just been such a shift again in my...
That's amazing. It's another little tool in the sobriety tool belt, isn't it, Maso?
Yeah, it is. And like I said, I haven't been diagnosed with a mental health issue, and you don't need to reach out. And, everyone needs that little bit of a prop up, don't they? They need support, and it's important to go to a professional to just give you some guidance and anyway,
absolutely. Shorter talks about that very passionately in saying that, you go to the gym to work to look after your body. What about your noggin? That's all part of the whole setup. So,
100%. So that's my week. Breeza, how about you? Tell me.
Good stuff, Maso. Thanks for sharing. Well, we're recording this in, what are we, March, and this is dropping in April. But on last Friday, I went and saw the Foo Fighters.
Oh, the Fooies. How good.
Yeah, in Geelong. It's the only show they were playing in Australia. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen them live before. What a vibe. And to go to a concert at a stadium whilst not drinking.
How was that?
So do you know what? I was just so grateful I wasn't drinking because there's a couple of reasons.
Go.
Do you know how long the bloody queue was for the toilet? Starters.
Yes.
toilet queue would have definitely ruined because I did not miss a second of that concert.
Oh, I love it.
I got in there. My strategy was like, right, get a posse. There was about a group of 8 of us.
Yeah.
So we actually we went to a bar, a sort of bar / venue in Geelong. Prior to the concert, they didn't have any alcohol-free beer. Mental note to approach them about that whole situation. But so I got to the concert, got our posse.
Yeah.
And then it was about, 30 minutes before they were to come on at 8:30. So I said to my other friend, like, right, let's go to the toilet now. So that's all done. And then we'll just be able to stand and enjoy it. So we did that. Yeah. But the queue for the toilets was insane. The queue for the bar was, this is no word of a lie. It was at least 40 deep and five like width. Yep. And I'm like, these people are going to be missing Dave Grohl and Foo Fighters. Like, what are you thinking, people? And I will say it was good forward planning. So with the friends I was with, one of them actually bought a bottle of like a empty water bottle and he filled it with whiskey. And I was like, if you're going to drink, like, be smart about it. And I feel like he was smart about it because he didn't have to go to the bar. So that was really good. It was raining, like it was pissing down with rain. It was such a fun vibe. It was, and you know when you just lift in a crowd and just Dave Grohl on stage and it was so good.
So good. I love that. I've seen the films too. I saw them in Birmingham.
Oh, Birmingham.
Yeah. Was his daughter out there this time? Was she singing with them?
There was a little posse of chicks up the back. I don't know if one of them was his daughter or not.
Yeah, because I've seen some footage of her singing. You should Google that. Violet Grohl. Yeah.
Righto.
Have a little YouTube. It was really, but sounds amazing. What a legend. What a guy he is.
What a guy. Yeah. So it was just goosebumps.
Yes, I've got goosebumps.
And in other exciting breaking news this week, my sister had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, so shout out to little Teddy, if you're listening, Teddy. We love you, and he is just the cutest little baby. Last night, and oh my God, he was just the most gorgeous little thing ever.
That's wonderful. Congratulations, Caitlin, yeah?
Yeah,
yes,
Caitlin.
Babe.
Yeah, we call her Babe.
I remember that from years ago. What a good memory. Welcome, Teddy, our cutest little boost, our littlest little BFB, booze-free banter. That's wonderful.
Booze-free baby.
Yeah. Love it.
So that's me.
That's awesome. Well done. That's a big week.
Yeah. Now, before we get into our shame stories, Maso, should we crack a can?
Yeah, go on then. I'm
going to crack my LeBlanc.
Yep.
Just one moment, please.
Get into it.
Here you go.
Okay, you've got it. Cracked. Crack away. Down the hatch.
Oh, I reckon that flavour's changed, hasn't it?
They've tizzed it up.
Yeah, they've tizzed it up.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Yeah.
I'm actually loving it more.
Yeah, loving it sick. So good.
All right.
Who's up?
Wet the whistle.
You do.
All right, I'll dive straight.
You gotta have shame on it. Shame on it.
It's a shame story with the girls, so you can imagine already how it's going to go. So we were in our 20s. I reckon it was maybe mid-20s, and a few of us, and my friends will remain nameless, as you know, but you know these birds. We decided to go up to a Echuca. I think it was just a rando night on a Saturday night. Like, we'll go up to a Echuca for the night. And I don't know about you, Maso, but if we were going to a town and didn't have accommodation, we'd just sleep in the car. Like, no biggie.
Yeah.
Sleep in the car. Used to do it in Torquay. Did it in Echuca. So we took up my friend's little pocket rocket, little hatchback mobile. Yeah. And we just went to the pubs, the clubs. And one of my friends ended up hooking up with a guy and brought him back to the car. My other friend and I don't know, it was getting late. It was probably, it was in the AMs, like 1 or 2. And we're like, this is boring. We're kind of over it. And we're like, well, our mate's in the car with old mate. We're like, nah, stuff him. Yeah. Kick him out. And my friend actually had family staying camping on the river, on the Murray River. So we're like, let's go and see your family. So we tootle out of the nightclub, get to the car, kick old mate out. He's like, what's going on? Like, a wow of a time. And we're like, get out, mate. So he got out. And look, this part of the story is very icky because we did get in the car and we did drive. No one got hurt. No one got injured. Doesn't excuse excuse it at all. And I hate the fact that we did drink drive. We drove out to the Murray River, in Echuca, and so then we started looking for the campsite. Like, no idea where we're really going. So the family knew that we were coming because we'd rang them and they were still up drinking. So, yeah, we're trying to find this campsite. We get bogged, as you do. So we're like, and my friends are pretty bush smart, okay? So we get out of the car, we try and get the car out of the bog, no cigar. Anyway, a group of guys come out of the bushes and they end up helping it. And you know when you're drunk and everything is funny, in one of those moods.
Hey, you're talking to me.
I know. You ended up, bogged on the Murray River. Everything is funny. So anyway, the boys helped us out of the bog and we ended up having, a beer and a dart with them. Turns out we ended up finding the campsite and we probably just went straight to bed in the car. It was just one of those random nights where, next minute you're in a car going to Echuca and then you end up on the Murray River bogged.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing, Breeza. Thank you.
No worries. What have you got, Maso?
Yeah, well, I've had this written down and it's not great. I'm going to go with it. And I feel like it sounds like a bit of a contradiction when I've just said, no, I haven't been diagnosed with a mental health issue. I haven't. But this particular one, I'll preface with a trigger warning. One of the things that, okay. You know when you're really, 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 really drunk and you've had a really big fight with your partner and you're just hysterical and you're on the bathroom floor just, crying, or you've had a shower and you're trying to pull your shit together and you just can't see. You're just so miserable and so devastated and so all the things, like you just can't control your emotions whatsoever. And because I struggle to sleep, which we all do, believe it or not, as we've said, your sleep patterns are completely disturbed when you have, alcohol is not, it's not a sedative. It doesn't help you sleep at all. You have a shit night's sleep.
Yep.
So I just wanted to go to sleep. I just wanted something to help me go to sleep. And obviously in the bottom drawer of the bathroom is all your medications, all your Panadols, all your things.
Yep.
And Phenergan was there. And I know that doesn't sound like a hard drug, but if you look at that packet and go, if I just swallow all of those, I could just go to sleep and make this pain go away. Mm-hmm. And I sat there on that bathroom floor, blind drunk, looking at that packet, looking at, 20 pills and just thought, this could just be so easy. I didn't want to kill myself. Let me make that perfectly clear. I had no desire to suicide, and I'm sorry that may be really triggering for everybody. Had no desire, and I still don't. I don't have suicidal thoughts, but in that moment, being so plastered, wanting to just make that pain go away that I was going through experience at that time, I just wanted to go to sleep, and I did entertain the thought of knocking back all those pills. I did take 2, had a really good night's sleep, but I didn't, you know what I mean? And I just think far out, like, that's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a thought there, though. There was a fleeting thought there that you went, that packet of Phenergan could send me to sleep.
Yeah, night, just make it go away. I wanted to wake up, but I wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I just wanted
you wanted to escape that moment.
Yeah, and it was just like catastrophize the whole thing, and that's what happens, and that's that prefrontal cortex not making good decisions. And I just think my heart goes out to people who have experienced that, or they've been in the family or loved ones that have actually done that. I'm so sorry and feel that pain for you. So, not a great one.
Maso, thank you for sharing. Have you actually said that to any, like, your mates, or no? That's probably something that it's a shameful thought as well, probably, like, to think that you had those thoughts.
Yeah, not ideal. Makes me feel a bit even now. So, sorry, I've really brought the mood down.
No, it's actually a really good segue, Maso, because I listened to a podcast. I think I was telling you about it. It's called Addicted. Andy spoke about it. Andy from Etch spoke about it in our chat with her. And it was an interview with Heath Ledger's father. And I can't think of his name, but he's actually started a...
Kerry. Is it Kerry?
Is it Kerry? Is it? Yeah, I don't know. He started a foundation or charity that brings awareness to the community about taking prescription medication, like taking a cocktail of prescription medication and actually the effects that it has on you. Like, for example, the tragedy of Heath Ledger taking a mixture of scripted medication that ultimately put him to sleep for good.
Yeah, Kim Ledger. I said Kerry. It's Kim.
Yes,
I knew it was a unisex name.
And I can't think of his foundation, but oh my goodness, it's such a needed foundation or / charity to bring that awareness to the table. Just because you've got prescription medication doesn't mean that you can take them all together or self-medicate with them as well, just because they've been prescribed by a doctor.
Exactly. That's a really interesting episode, actually. You should tune into that. I'm just having a look and trying to find the name of that foundation. Is it called?
Something about scripted. And something. This podcast was recorded quite a few years ago. But I assume
2018.
So
yes, it is really important to know that, because you think that you're not going to, be bad news, but it can be really bad news. We think that over the counter, and 360 actually, he was on that podcast as well, and he OD'd on
Nurofen. Nurofen.
Yeah. So
we've got to be so careful.
So careful.
But thank you, Maso. That was a really hard one for you to share, and thanks for bringing it to the surface.
Thank you, mate. Thanks for listening. And Kim Ledger at Scriptwise.
Thank you, Maso, Scriptwise.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel safe. Thank you for making this space really safe to be able to share this stuff, Breeza. So that's a credit to you, for me to be able to be open about that stuff.
I was about to say likewise to you, Maso, because some of these stories that I've shared, they were never coming out ever. But I think even the feedback that we have got from people is it's helped. It's also helped us just to go, other people do this. Like when people message us going, oh, that happened to me, or I did that. You're like, oh, thank God, gosh, I'm not alone.
Yeah, totally. And it's a massive thing, isn't it? You said it in the last one of our pods, is that there's lots more people coming out of the woodworks because, there's moderators. Bloody, who are these people? Good on you. We wish we were you that can just have one. Then there's us, who are these grey area drinkers in the middle, and then there's AA, and there's nothing wrong with any of those.
Yeah.
It's a substance that is addictive as sugar, and it's marketed to us like it's a normal thing, and then you end up spending most of your time just trying to beat the bottle because it has a bit of grip on you, and trying to work out where you fit into it, and am I normal? Not quite Alcohol Anonymous ready, but this gives people permission to go, okay, I can mix it up. And
it takes up so much headspace, doesn't it? Like even I was thinking at the Phillies, if I was drinking, I would have had to map out, like when I was going to the bar, when I was going to the toilet stops, like just everything. It's just it would have really consumed, like what snacks am I going to get on the way down to go with my drinking? Just like what toilets are along the way to stop at bottle shops, like just so much head noise in your head.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the mental gymnastics to try and be able to, even your mate, taking a bottle of whiskey, like good on him. That's a seasoned campaigner. That's something that I would do as well. And
totally. But that takes planning as well. Like
you know what I mean?
Part of the planning.
Yeah. And what did you have to do? Nothing. Just toddle along and off you went and listened and didn't miss a thing.
And I did love having the car to go back to and jump in and off I go home.
Yeah. So good.
Well, what are we talking about today, Mason?
We're prepping for Easter.
So when this episode drops, it'll be the 4th of April, which also means that the tasting night in Bendigo is happening on Thursday night. Oh, my God.
So excited for this, Breeza. You've done such an amazing job gathering everyone to make it happen.
I hope the future me is not stressed and knows that she's already sold 80 tickets. So I can't wait for this night.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Easter is 13 days, something like that, away.
That's only just a minute.
It's only just a minute. And
hot minute.
Easter's all about booze, isn't it?
Well, let's have a look at that. I'm just going to take you back. When Santa or Easter Bunny roll up, what are you leaving out for the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, beer.
Yeah. We didn't even give him any choice in it, did we? Just a beer.
A beer. That's a good point, Maso.
Yeah. And then baby Jesus, when we have our communion, we're knocking back a red wine and a bit of bread. A platter.
Yep. Can't escape it.
No. So what do you used to do?
Well, I want to take you back to some of the Easters I have experienced because Easter, and especially pre-kids, it was always go away with a group of mates and get hammered for 4 days. Like just get blind. And I always found it tricky on Good Friday because you'd be away with your mates. All you'd want to do is just sit down and watch the footy. No footy on a Good Friday. I think it's on now though. I have a feeling it's on now. So there was no footy and you couldn't eat meat.
Yeah.
So
you got two worse things.
And you probably haven't had any sleep from the night before. Because you get to the venue, like wherever you go away for the weekend, if you're camping or you're just going to the beach, whatever, you're rocking up on the Thursday, you're hooking right in.
Tying one on.
And then come like you're still awake Friday and then you start to go down Friday night. And if you're not prepared, like I've actually made this mistake once, May, so I'll never make it again. I spent one Easter at home and we were renovating the house. So we had a massive 4 days of renovation. Got a lot done actually, but there was a lot of booze involved.
Rumble.
People would rock up and we'd, give them, if they'd chip in and do some painting, we'd give them beers. But on the Friday, we got carried away and forgot to put the fish and chip order in.
Oh.
Yep. So come 8 o'clock at night, I'm fanging for some fish and chips. Nah, you're not getting an order at 8 o'clock at night. You're not. So it was dirty jaffles, like just cheese toasties.
I do love a jaffle, but
yeah, missed out on me fish and chips. Because it's too blind.
Too blind. Too drunk. How hard is it ordering takeaway food when everyone's trash? Like ordering pizza, just a whole situation. Actually, I'll tell you just quickly about a pizza. There was a name of a pizza that we used to get in the UK. It was called a sloppy Giuseppe.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, had the lot.
Did it have corn on it? I remember corn was a thing on pizza in the UK.
Yeah.
I think it's cotton on to, like that's in Australia, but I remember back in the day, I'm like, corn on a pizza?
Corn was everywhere. Yeah. Corn and tuna. We lived off that.
What about you, mate? So what was Easter like for you?
Well, yeah, mate, to be fair, I have pretty much, because I work in shift work, I've worked every Easter.
There you go.
Yeah. So I can't even tell you the last time that I was with family over Easter at all.
Yep.
Couldn't.
And it's a massive, like shift working, it's a massive time of the year, isn't it?
Massive.
Like
it's one of the busiest times.
Aviation, huge. Hospitality, huge.
Yeah. So, I was always away from family. I think I remember coming to the Bendigo Easter parade at one stage with the family then, but otherwise when the kids were really little. But always working, and therefore, we'd be away from family if you're not with a crew that are all hanging out together. I know I sound like a real trainer. So lonely, so lonely. Poor little me, all on my own.
I can definitely. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Maso. And this has probably been in the latter years when I don't have kids.
Yeah,
and I really fucking hate Easter.
There you go, bang.
When I don't have my children, I already know this year I don't have them, and I'm just like, I'm just already like dreading it. And I really, and rightly or wrongly, I really struggle to be around other kids at Easter because I just want my babies and I don't want to see other kids running around getting Easter eggs. Like, that's really awful to say. It is awful, but I'm just like, I miss my babes. And there was one year, probably 4 years ago, I didn't have them. And I have to get out of town. Like, I don't want to be in Bendigo. Bendigo's massive at Easter, massive, has a huge Easter carnival. It's so good for families. But I'm just like, get me out of here. And I went away one Easter with someone that I didn't really want to go away with, but I did. And I remember going up to the high country, and I remember going there and I was like crying behind my sunnies on the way there. And I should have bailed. And so when we got there, I just like straight to the bottle shop, loaded up on as much piss as I could. Got a packet of darts as well. I'm like, I need a packet of darts to get through this. Wow. And I got blind drunk, like rolling blind, blacked out, don't remember. And just it was that what we spoke about, May. So you brought up last episode, bandaid in a bottle.
Yeah.
It was like, because I knew I was going to be feeling just awful and missing my babies. So I just got absolutely shit-faced.
Mate, I love that you have talked about something no one wants to say. They hate Easter. It's shit. Do you know what I mean? That because you're not meant to hate Easter. It's a great time. Everyone's, happy time, 4 days off or long weekend, whatever you do, you're going away. It's families all being together, kids running around, Easter eggs. If you're not part of that, it's fucking shit.
Yep.
It really is. And I can totally understand. Like, it pains me now because I'm the same. I'm like, ugh. I just hurry up and get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Just move on. It's not great for everybody. And kudos to you if it is a good time for people, but for other people it's not. So thank you so much for having the courage to go, it's not all rosy in the rose garden for everybody. It's shit. And it will raise lots of boozy, to bandaid in a bottle over the Easter. So we get it.
You do try and put on a brave face.
Yeah.
you do put on a brave face to be around others. But, deep inside, you're just like, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. Which is worse, Christmas or Easter?
I've actually had this discussion with a friend of mine, Easter, because it's 4 days.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Hurry it up.
I
know 4 days is such a punish. And over a weekend, and you just see everybody and all their photos on.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's
and
just
I sort of hate that I am like that because I was big on Easter.
Yeah.
Real big on Easter. And I'd always be the one to organise shit, as you would know. I'd be like, we're doing this, we're doing that. I'd always have the 4 days would be planned. But I'm just a bit of a lost soul these at the moment because I know I won't have the kids and thankfully though I am going to see them Easter Sunday. They'll be away camping and I said to their dad, I need to see them. He's like, yep, come up. And I know who the friends they'll be with. And he's like, yep, come up for the day. So,
that's nice.
So that'll be nice.
So, we've broken it down. We've just got 2 days of pain.
Three. But I've already, I think I've locked in what I'm doing. Well, I have. So we'll get through that. But how do we get through it, Maso? How do we get through Easter? What are our tips?
Oh my God.
What are our tips to get through Easter without a bandaid in a bottle?
All right, we need to hit up our Dan Murphy's, our local stores. We need to get online. We need to order our alcohol-free drinks, don't we? That's
great plan.
Yeah, get in early. Get your online orders early to etch. If you don't want to drink alcohol-free drinks that replicate alcohol, so hit up Etch.
Great thinking.
Get online so they don't sell out. So get your orders in, get prepared, or get to your local bottle.But, publicans.
Yep. Yes.
Get them to get it in. Get it in.
Get it in. Yeah, that's really good. Or ring ahead to a venue if you are going to a venue. Yeah, ring ahead.
Yeah, be prepared. Just load up on all your AF drinks because it's so fun. There's so many out there at the moment. They've just gone absolutely barango.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good. I'm actually going to put an alarm in my phone, Maso.
Oh.
To make sure that I do that because I'm a bit of a last minute kind of. So I am going to put an alarm in my phone to, order my AF drinks.
And another tip too. Say for example, like I've travelled to Bendigo, and their Dan Murphy's isn't completely stocked. So if you are in a big city, don't rely on the smaller cities to have those. Even Torquay. Ocean Grove was good.
Ocean Grove is amazing.
Amazing. Whereas I went to a bottle shop in Torquay and remember I went to that bar.
Yes.
Ty said, have you got any alcohol-free drinks? And he goes, Coke. Juice. And Ty goes, like any alcohol-free. And he goes, sorry, I don't understand the question. Isn't that funny? So don't rely on those smaller bottle shops to have it. You need to really step ahead and go to the big cities.
Yeah. Thinking. I hadn't even thought of that one, May. So thanks for helping me. If you are a parent and you do have your kids at Easter, with your kiddos, it is all about the kids.
Yeah.
Easter is all about the kids. So, if you do want to grab that bottle, get down and play with the kids or, do something with the kids. Make them do an Easter egg hunt for you Like be a big kid yourself.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah, that whole distraction, and just be in the moment with your kiddos or with your family, whoever you are with.
Yeah, that playful, present, and I always mix the last one.
Playful, present, and
patient.
Patient.
Is that it?
Yes, playful, present, patient.
Which I learnt as well. When you're off the gas, they're not, So that's it.
And you actually said something last episode, I think, mate. So a few episodes ago about something about the thought leaders. That all of them say they would say don't take life too serious and be like a kid. I think it was.
Yes, be childish. Be childish. Yeah, it was on Sarah Grimberg's podcast.
Yeah.
Life of Greatness. She was talking about the New York Times and the big thought leaders. Yeah, they talk about exactly that, being childish, being playful. That's the big CEOs talk about. We don't do that enough. We take life too seriously, and despite us being all doom and gloom, going, I hate Easter. I bloody love Easter eggs. How colourful and fun and joyous. And I eat hot cross buns.
Oh, God, yeah.
I love the chocolate ones.
So do I, mate.
Yes, with like butter that thick. Now, do you cook them in the toaster or oven or griller, or are you eating raw?
Okay, so let me just unpack a bit there. Firstly, I'm such a traditionalist that I was like, I can't do the chocolate ones. Can't do them. I had to stick with fruit. About 3 years ago, ripped a lid off. Oh, my God, never look back. Chocolate is a vibe. Now, I grew up with the hot cross. We couldn't eat them before Easter Sunday.
Really?
No, Good Friday, beg your pardon, Good Friday.
Right.
Mum would put them in the oven.
Oh,
yeah,
full
old school, yeah. I'm all about convenience, so I whack them in the microwave. However, yeah, whack them in the microwave, 20 seconds, bang. However, and I know my friend will be listening. Hi, friend. I won't say your name. She introduced me to Vegemite on hot cross buns. Just stay with me, Maso. Stay with me.
Take it back.
It has to be the fruit ones, your traditional fruit ones. And I normally either chuck them in the toaster and then butter Vegemite. Please give it a try. Don't knock it before you try it.
Okay, you know what? I will give anything a go, and it's come from you. So I'm not sure whether I'm being punked. I'll give it a go.
Legit.
Mate, I'll give anything a bash, so I will. All right, I will do that.
What about you? How do you go? What do you do?
Yes. Used to be old school oven, then under the gorilla. Mum and Dad always call it the gorilla. So cut them in half and put them under the grill.
Yep.
Now I'm just all about the toaster. Yeah, just cut them in half. They're actually generally if you cut in three, and then that top one needs to be cut in half again so that they can all fit.
What do you mean 3? Which way?
No, because they're too fat for my toaster.
Oh, so you literally,
cut them into 3.
Right.
Yeah, so they're thin. And you get more. You got 3 bits to play with.
And what brands? Like, what's your favourite?
Yeah, because I'm GF. I'm a gluten-free gal. I don't really have that many options.
Yeah,
not many optiones, but I am stoked that I think it's Freedom Food or Coles do have a really good range, and whatever, they'll always bust out a fruit one and a chocolate one, and I just go hammers. I think for the last 4 weeks, anyway. So if Easter eggs and stuff are in, I'm just like, yep, and that's all I'll eat all day, just piggy as, and butter, like so. Thick.
Oh, the butter! You've got to get the right butter.
Yeah,
right amount of butter. Oh,
what butter are you using?
Well, I use the it's in the yellow. What's the yellow?
Oh, Western Star.
No.
Meadow Lee.
No. I can't. You know what? I just grab it. It's just a yellow thing. I just grab it. $5. But there's a bloke in the office, and he's obsessed with. And I'm gonna forget the name again, but it's in a silver.
Lurpex?
Yeah, it's something like that. He's obsessed with it. Obsessed.
Yeah, it's good gear.
So, yeah, what butter? Do you have any recos for butter?
Look, Dad loves an easy spreadable Western Star.
Oh,
so that's
it's got to be easy spreadable.
But I like the Lurpex. Is it Lurpex? I don't know. That's really silver. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be that. Yeah, it's quite like, I feel like it's like the posh butter. Lurpak. That's the one. Yeah. That's it. I'm going to give Ronnie a shout out. Ronnie, if you're listening, go to Lurpak.
Yeah, go to Lurpak. Lurpak's good gear. Yeah.
I need to buy some for home. We've got it at the office. I need to get some at home.
Yeah, load up. And it's got to be thick. Like it's got to be like just about a couple of mil thick. Anyway, way off track.
What are we talking about again?
Oh, actually, before we move on, talking about Easter eggs, are you a bunny or just an egg?
Egg. Oh, hang on a minute. Are you talking Big Bunny?
Yeah.
Oh, Big
Or
Bunny
big
in the
egg.
fridge.
Yes,
Bunny in the
fridge. Bite his ears off.
Oh, hell yeah. Big Bunny. Oh, the crunch.
Oh,
How good is it?
Yeah, massive. I'm such a fan. Anyway, back on track.
Back on track. What else
See
you got?
how much fun we just had then, being childish and silly, talking about Easter and how joyful and colourful and fun it can be.
Yeah,
so yeah,
lost in the moment.
Love that. I'm into it. Anyway,
Moving on.
Moving on. We want to hear how you guys like your Easter eggs and hot cross buns. Be free to DM us on the Insta. Talking about Olivia Molly Rogers spoke about the Reframe app. Have you gotten into that?
I use the I Am Sober that my kids call it. I Am Sober. Yeah.
The Reframe app, and also Annie Grace's 30-day alcohol-free experiment, which is free. So that's a nice little one if you wanted to give yourself a little challenge. But I will tell you something. I was listening to podcast yesterday, Cass Dunn. Hi, Cass Dunn. Love your work. She's a clinical I always butcher that, psychologist, psychiatrist.
Yeah, same.
One of those. She actually had Annie Grace on, was talking about how, and you would have read this and we well across it, so I'm going to try hard not to butcher it. But one thing you could probably do even with drinking now as you're leading up to Easter is really take note of that first drink and how the first 20 minutes is when you feel really, really good. And you get that buzz and you feel really warm and fuzzy. And then 20 minutes after that, you'll reach for another drink because you're wanting to reach that same high again. And you're never, ever going to get that first high. And what's happening is your brain is saying, because alcohol is a stimulant and a depressant at the same time. So while you're trying to get that buzz on, you're also having a downer. So you've got an upper and a downer going at the same time. And then your body for the next 3 hours is trying to say, or 2 to 3 hours, while you're every 20 minutes trying to chase that high, is trying to get rid of this toxin out of your body. So you're feeling, it's just this ridiculous.
What's going on?
Yeah. So you're trying to chase this upper for 20 minutes. Just take note of that. And then while if you're drinking between now and Easter, and ask yourself those questions about, how am I feeling after 20 minutes? Am I still going to get that high in another 20 minutes? Am I feeling uneasy and anxious each time, feeling the body trying to rid those toxins? So, and it makes me think about how, in that episode I spoke about me always chasing that high.
Mm-hmm.
Or why people can just have one drink because that's enough and that's okay because they've just got that buzz on. Whereas you and I are always trying to, sorry, I've just brought you into that.
I'm here for it.
Always trying to chase that high and get higher,
Yes.
and you never ever get that high as the first, the buzz as that first drink.
I love that. We've got so listeners, you've got homework. If you are still drinking, you've got some homework.
Yeah, yep.
I had written down and I actually did this, is to volunteer at Easter.
Wonderful. Love this.
So I did this, and, volunteering, it's a feel-good thing to do, activity to do. I was having a downer Easter one year, didn't have the kids, and so I was like, I'm going to go and volunteer. So I tootled off to the local private hospital and I put my bunny ears on and I got my little basket and I tootled around the wards and handed out Easter eggs to
That's
people on the
unreal,
wards.
Breeza. I love that.
Yeah, it was actually, it made me feel so good, especially the old people on rehab. Oh my gosh. And during COVID times, you probably can't do that sort of stuff now. In hospitals, but I'm sure there's plenty of other volunteer opportunities. But yeah, they were just so grateful, and just like one little Easter egg. Maybe I gave them 2. I can't remember. But and I bumped into like 3 people I knew who were up there. I'm like, oh, what are you doing here? And yeah, so it was just a really nice little feel good activity to do. And look in your local community and see what's on in your local community, and see if there's any opportunities for volunteering.
Oh, I love that, Breeza. That's such a great tip. Back to bid, #bid.
Yes.
As well, planning stuff, doing something, although we spoke about going, bandaid in a bottle, plan something, plan your little hike. We have spoken about this in previous episodes and we try not to repeat too much, but the more you hear this, you've got to hear things 7 times for it to sink in, don't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's so important to plan something, do something fun. If you're rocking solo, go for a hike. Find out where you can go for, experience something new. Get up early, sunrise. Oh, drink up, as you say, Breeza. Eat up the day.
Yes. And you know what? Easter is such an up and about time for a lot of towns in Australia that they always have something that's on as well. So, if hiking's not your thing, look at your local guide and say, well, what's on? Is there Bendigo? There's bloody so much happening. There's book fairs, there's an art show, there's, lots of live music. If some of those like live music could be a bit of a trigger, so just sort of, you might try something new. Go to the book fair.
Yeah.
Go to an art show.
Is Moomba on? Is Moomba on at Easter?
I don't know. Actually, it may so. I haven't heard. Is it on?
Yeah, I'll check that. We'll Google that. Yeah, and for those that might have only just joined us for the first time, you heard me say #bid. It's something that we made up in our earlier episodes, and it stands for Because I Didn't Drink. And we attach experiences of what we did, where we're able to get up the next day and not hungover and be really productive. #Because I didn't drink. #bid. So that's what that's about. So yeah, if you're doing that, tell us. We love seeing your hashtags and tag us up, and we'll share it on our stories as well. We love to see what you're up to when you're fresh as a button and not hungover and dusty and ruining your life.
Or on a bender.
Yeah.
Another thing I did one year, Maso, is I went and visited my grandma and I interviewed her.
Oh my God.
This was on the Thursday night before Good Friday, and we talked for 2.5 hours about her life. I recorded it all.
Oh, Breeza, amazing.
It was just, like she was born in 1927. Like grandma's 95 this year.
Wow, grandma.
She's an absolute rock star, living on her own, just still doesn't miss a beat, always, looks gorgeous, and she's absolute legendary in our family.
Love her.
So this would have been, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I told her I was going to come and interview her, and I was like, you know what, I'm at home alone on Thursday before Good Friday. I was like, now's the perfect time. So I went over there and I learned all about her life, and it was amazing.
So amazing, Breeza. Well done. She would have been absolutely tickled pink with that too.
I think she was. Geez, there was some, I haven't listened to the recording for a while, but some of the stuff she said, like back in the day, back in the day.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah. So I loved, and she, obviously delved into how she met Grandpa, and just, it was just,
Go, Grandma. What's her name?
Her name's Pauline.
Good on
Grandma.
you, Pauline. We love you. That's awesome.
So that was sort of on the back of, if you do have time at Easter, go and see a loved one.
Yeah.
Go visit a loved one, especially, our more mature age people that may be on their own. Go and say good day.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I love that, Breeza. That's a really good tip. And getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Change comes from learning something new. Like we said, if you keep doing the same thing, I know I keep banging on about this Einstein thing. You keep repeating the same thing, expecting a different result. What can you change? What can you remove? What can you what is alternative? What's the hashtag Olivia Marie Rogers has? The alternative.
Find your alt. Find your alt.
Find your alt.
Find your alt.
Which is find your alternative. So, what that drink is. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I think if you are going away at Easter and you are around people drinking, just, is there an opportunity for you to remove yourself from that situation? Like if you're camping, maybe you could go for a walk along the river, or you could go and play hopscotch with the kids. I don't know. Do the kids still play hopscotch? Maybe play on the iPad with the kids. I know. But or go to bed. Just go to bed and then wake up early and see the sunrise.
Yeah, there's nothing better than that sunrise. It really you drink it up. It gives you so much energy, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, what else you got there, Breeza?
I had buy yourself a treat. It doesn't have to be chocolate.
Yes.
If you're not into chocolate, that's okay, but I'll be buying myself a bunny. Buy yourself a treat so that you can enjoy it on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, love that.
And it could be anything. It could be a new book. It could be treat yourself to a massage. It could be anything. Something that is actually a treat for yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. Give yourself permission. Like when you eat that piece of chocolate cake and you're like, oh, I regret doing that. Don't. Just give yourself permission and enjoy every mouthful of it.
Yeah, down the hatch.
Down the hatch. So, yeah, treat yourself or just treat somebody else. Like, do an act of kindness.
Oh, I love that.
That's going to give you a little dopamine hit.
Yes, give a compliment to someone, pick up some dog poo.
Yeah,
Dog poo. pay for someone's parking or pay for someone's coffee or something nice for someone.
Have you ever done that, Maso? Have you ever paid for someone's coffee? Or
I don't really drink. I don't buy coffee.
I'm the same.
And when I see people, I'm like, I really should do that. So no, I'm more about picking up other people's dog poo. I did it the other day because I stood in it.
Oh, Maso.
I couldn't believe it. I was, and as you would, I was actually walking along doing a story on my phone, wasn't watching where I was going. I had Rocky on the lead as well, and I and you know when you've stood in dog poo too, don't you reckon?
Yes.
Like you know it's not mud, you know it's because there's no mud, and you can just feel it, and it's always in your good sneaks. It's always in your brand new sneaks, and then you have to like drag your foot along the wet grass to try and get it off. It's just a mess. It's just a mess.
Speaking of Rocky, I met one of Rocky's dad's friends at Foo Fighters.
Oh,
so Rocky was in the conversation.
He's a little rock star, isn't he?
He's a little rock star.
Oh, yeah. So paying it forward.
Another thing I had written down is like you sort of touched on this earlier, May. But plan something. So keep yourself busy, and then schedule in a bit of a sloth day.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, schedule a sloth day. You might binge watch some Netflix if you're at home, or you might just, go toe for toe on hot cross bun, Easter egg, whatever you want to do. Just plan a little sloth day.
Yeah.
A little bit of self-care.
And especially what you were saying before, you don't have to have it all together. Release yourself of that shame. If you do drink, it's okay. Like we put so much pressure on ourselves to have life in order, or if you have a sloth day and eat all the hot cross buns and all the delicious chocolate, like relieve yourself of that guilt. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's delicious. It's not, it just enjoy it. Just enjoy. We
That's
really
it.
punish ourselves so much, don't we?
It's not like you're doing it every single day.
No, just go for gold.
Go for gold.
Yeah, do anything you can. Just give you a little pep up. Actually, have you watched Tinder Swindler?
No.
Oh. I never watched Netflix, but I watched it. Treated myself the other day and watched.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Do you know? Actually, and thinking about driving and drink driving and things, being really conscious of that. But I know this isn't encouraged by any means, but I was having little AF drinks when I could drive the other day.
I've done that. Do you feel a bit like icky?
Yeah, I felt a little bit like, this is weird, this feels a bit wrong, but I'm also like, this is actually quite cool. I'm allowed to do this and it's fun.
That's it, because you are. I kind of want to be pulled over when I'm drinking an AF beer.
Yeah.
Because, it is illegal to actually have an open beer in your car, isn't it, if you're driving? So, obviously, if Mr. Policeman pulls me over, he's like, what's that? I'll be like, it's an alcohol-free beer, buddy.
Real smug.
Yeah, real smug. Real smug.
Oh, that's so good.
I've got one final little tip.
Yes, to go.
Before I throw it back to you, May. So this is a big one.
Yeah.
Order your fish and chips before lunchtime. Sober or not sober. Make sure you order your fish and chips. Or we used to go to a friend's house when we were kids, and they used to have a massive seafood cook up on the Good Friday.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool too, to plan like a big seafood cook up. Get some mates, get some AF drinks, and do a big seafood.
Yeah, tease up your drinks. Actually, hop on Nat from the Mindful Mocktail. She has got the most amazing drinks, and no doubt she'll be pumping something sensational out for Easter as well.
Yes.
It is really fun. I found that really fun to I would never normally make cocktails ever, but being in the AF world, I'm like, I'm going to tease this up. Like I did those Bellinis with Etch recently. It was so good.
How good.
I'm just going to finish off with a quote actually, and it's, you never hear people say, I wish I'd never tried sobriety.
Boom.
I
love your quotes, Maso.
I ripped it out. Like, how many times do you wake up the next day going, I wish I didn't drink, full of regret?
Yes.
And if you, have a day off the booze, everyone goes,
You're up and about.
yeah, no one ever goes, oh, I wish I didn't not drink.
So true, mate. I hadn't thought of that. There's actually a really great an account on Instagram. I don't know if you follow them. It's called Bottle.
Yes. How good is their content?
How good.
Bloody brilliant. Actually, I will just drop another one. Pardon me.
Pardon the pun.
Pardon the pun. I do have another one here. Thank you.
I got real busy on their grid the other day, just like scrolling and just like screenshotting and saving.
Yes, I love that. Actually, it wasn't from them, but I am going to actually post this today. Robin Williams said, if you need booze and drugs to enjoy your life to the fullest, then you're doing it wrong.
Oh, I just love him even more.
Isn't he? How good is that?
I love that. Say it again.
Amazing. Yeah. If you need booze and drugs to enjoy your life to the fullest, then you're doing it wrong. Isn't
Robin
that
Williams.
amazing? I know, what a bloody loss it is.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, so that was that's a cracker, isn't it?
So to our listeners, if you are, a bit nervous, Nelly, about going into Easter, thinking, oh gosh, I've never done a sober Easter, Maso.
Oh,
I just realised that. Probably since I was 18, I've never had ever had a sober Easter. So this is my first sober Easter.
How are you feeling about that? Have you just realised that then?
Yeah, I totally.
I could tell.
I'm too busy focused on giving our listeners tools. I'm like, hang on a minute, I need some tools. Look, I'm probably more preoccupied on the fact that I don't have the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm probably more like doing my wigging over that.
Yeah.
So I think the booze thing, I think we're going to be going away camping for a couple of nights. So I'll just, we'll bring the boat, we'll go fishing, I'll bring my bike, I'll fill my days. And the people we're going with, actually two of the girls don't drink.
Oh, ripper, love that.
Oh, yeah, I just realised that too. So
yeah.
I think, that won't be a problem. And I'll be doing we'll be in the great outdoors.
Yeah.
So there'll be stuff to distract myself with.
Was it Annie Dingo? The great outdoors.
Was it the great? Oh, who was it? It's some iconic Aussie person. So I'm in the great outdoors, loving myself sick. So yeah, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be okay. I think it's just the lead up. The lead up is the one where I feel like I'll be more wobbly.
Isn't that funny? Things are never as bad as what they actually turn out to be. Yeah. It's the thought that we, get a bit razzed up prior to the event, don't you reckon? Yep. You'll smash it. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
We all will. We all got this, everyone. We've all got it.
We absolutely do. Yes. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Takes regret, you can't forget. Cellular memory deficit.
Okay, so this week's text regret comes from actually a follower on iFloor, AF Drinks. So it was a while ago. I put out a shout out to the community to see if they had any text regrets, and one of my lovely followers sent this one in, and I think this is so relatable. Okay, she's texting. So her text regret was texting my ex in front of my current boyfriend.
Oh.
When she was pissed.
Jen.
I was like, oh, that's like a next level, isn't it?
Oh.
Like texting your ex is one thing, but doing it in front of your boyfriend. And she woke up with a lot of regret the next day, because you wouldn't be doing that sober.
God, no.
Would not be.
We're completely different people when we're pissed, aren't we?
Yep. Who are we? Who are these people?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them, I feel.
Oh, my God. That's a doozy.
The doozy.
Did she say what she said?
No, I didn't dive deeper.
We probably don't need to know. Yeah. I think it speaks for itself.
Totally.
All right. Good.
It's time for the recommendation of the week.
What have you got, Maso?
Breeza, I am going to, as I love a product.
Yes, I've missed your products. I have missed them.
Well, this is actually going to be helpful for people who don't want to get into AF drinks, actually. It's obviously, I don't have any on display right now. They are a wonderful option for alcohol-free drinks that don't replicate alcohol. But I'm such a cider, not but, I'm going to say and. I'm such a cider fan. Like, I love cider. I have discovered this drink, and it's not an alcohol-free drink. It's just a drink. It is summer snow.
Yeah.
It's called Bellevue Orchard. I'm just going to read you, and these are a couple of the flavours. This is the pear one. This one is the sparkling pink lady, but my absolute all-time favourite, as you can imagine, I've already knocked it back, so I don't actually have it here for display. It's the Granny Smith and mint.
Oh,
So divine. I'm just going to tell you what they say here. So the Bellevue Orchard, a family business since 1952. We are the third generation family run apple orchard that turned to juice after a freak summer hailstorm ruined our crop, and we created summer snow. How cool is that?
I love that.
Now, more than 20 years after that devastating storm, our orchard flourishes. We plant new trees each year and are finding new and exciting ways to make our juice even better. Our juices are just fruit. We use no concentrates, no preservatives, and no artificial flavours or colours. We use the gentlest processes available to create this bright, fresh, mildly sparkling juice right here on our orchard in West Gippsland. They are gluten-free and kosher and vegan, and they're so good. So that's a nice option if you don't want to touch alcohol-free drinks and you want a little cider hit.
Where do we buy them from?
Yeah, so I just got them. These are from Coles. I just got these from Coles, but where else have I seen them? Yep.
I reckon I've seen them at, when you held that bottle up, Maso, I reckon I've seen them at IGA.
Yeah, you probably have.
And I've looked at them going, I wonder what they're like.
They're really good. And I've just really been enjoying them just for a little bit of fizz, just for a bit of fun, just for...
So 3 flavours.
No, there's a bunch of flavours. Sorry, I've only got 2 because they were actually sold out. But online, I'll just tell you their Insta handle. Stand by, talk amongst yourselves. I did have it ready here.
That's all right.
But isn't that a cool name, Summer Snow, because they had hailstorm.
That's great. And it's supporting a small business as well, a family business.
Exactly. Yeah. So Summer Snow Juice on Instagram, and then they'll obviously take you across to their website so you can order them in. That's
love that, Maso. Thanks for the reco. That's a great reco. I'm actually going to go and purchase some for my IGA tonight.
The Granny Smith and mint. It's just so refreshing.
Right, I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Go. What do you got?
Well, I have gone and done a thing, Maso.
What have you done?
I've got... So let me get to I'll do my reco first and then I'll tell you what I've done. Okay. So my weekly reco is listening to music in the car, full noise.
Oh, you're pumping it up.
Yeah, pumping it up. And when you're driving along and then this amazing tune comes on the radio, you just want to pump it up and sing it. So this week I've been singing. Actually, it was funny. I was driving along and my son Cruz like, Mum, here's your song. And I was like, oh. And it was it's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, yeah. Pour some sugar on me. Yes, sounds good.
So I pumped it up. Yeah. So then I was like, there's so many car songs I love that you just like pump them up in the car. So I've gone and created Breeza Bants playlist on Spotify. And I've actually created 3. So one is called Breeza Bants Up and About.
Yeah.
So just like real up and about songs. The next one's called Booze Free Bants. I think it's ballads. So ones that you just like scream from the top of your voice.
Yeah.
And the third playlist is called Booze Free Bants Crying in the Car.
This is so good.
Because when you just songs make you cry.
Good. I love this so much.
So you can look them up. We might do it. We'll do a screen shot and put them in on our IG as well. But you can just look them up. They're public. You can just look them up, save them to your playlist. I'll keep adding. I don't know. Can I give you access to it, May, so that you can keep adding?
I think so.
All right. I'll share that with you.
That's awesome. We'll put in a link tree on our bio.
Yes, actually, it wasn't Booze Free Bants ballads. It was Booze Free Bants classic hits. So that's got like Screaming Jets, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses. Like those sort of classic rock hits.
Yes, I love that, mate. This is awesome. What a cracking idea. That's going to get you through your Easter. And if you've got any requests, send them in. We'll have to put it past the adjudicator though. Put it past the judges and see if it'll make the cut.
Absolutely.
Breeza, I love it.
So get that in your ear holes.
That's so good.
People.
What an ep.
So good to be back in the hot seat.
Loved it so much.
And we've got a guest on next week. I think we've got our number one. Is it next week our number one's on? I think it is.
Oh, my Lord.
Miss Minogue.
Oh, my gosh. Kay Minogue.
Katie Minogue is long-time listener, first time. What do you say? Long-time listener, first-time caller?
Yeah. Oh, that's a big hitter. Cannot wait to have Katie on. Yeah.
Massive hitter. So we cannot wait to have Katie on.
Yeah.
In the meantime, prepare. Get prepping for Easter, little Easter bunnies.
Yes. Can't wait to hear how you all go. Be safe. Drive safe. Remember, if you are the next day, just bid. Hashtag bid it up. Bid. Oh, I've loved this ep, Breeza. Thanks. Me too. Thanks, Eric, for all your work as well. We love you.
Thanks, E-Dog.
Happy Easter, everyone. Be safe.
Take care.
Bye.
This podcast is proudly produced by our audio engineer, music extraordinaire, Eric Ladd.
We love you, Eric.